Here are the major topics that are going to be covered in our first lesson. So we first learn about Avogadro's number. So what that is a really large number, and then we kind of shorten it into scientific notation so that our really large number can be read easily. So 6.02 times 10 to the 23, that 23 means that this decimal is actually moved 23 times to the right. So it's a really big number. It's just an easy way of counting how many things we have. There's a whole bunch of examples in the note. Obviously, when it says the size of some things, when we look at Avogadro's number as a quantity of these things, we get into really large portions. So that's why it's strictly just used for really small particles in chemistry. So Avogadro's number of anything is 1 mole. So we're going to use that to do the second thing. We're going to use Avogadro's number in order to convert between moles and particles. So that's a triangle equation, is what I call them. So the file just before this one is all of the equations we'll be using in this unit. They're mostly all summarized into triangles. So our first triangle equation does this for us. Our second triangle equation has molar mass in it. So molar mass is a number that we'll find from the periodic table. So depending on what compound we're looking at, we can define the molar mass by looking at the mass numbers of each element that makes up that compound. So when we have molar mass, we'll use that to be able to convert between moles and mass. So that's our second triangle equation. We'll use moles, mass, and molar mass to be able to convert between these two numbers. And then finally, maybe you have something given to you in mass and you want to know how many particles that actually is of a compound. So we'll put both of these two calculations together and be able to convert between mass and particles, or go from particles to mass.